Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Such a beautiful day. Absolutely love coming here. This is the F4 United States Championship. We have 8 cars on the grid. This is a growing class with these new beautiful chassis. I believe this is the most, or tied for the most cars we've had so far, but this class is quickly growing. We've got Luke Powers here with Tony Driver Development. This is only his 3rd event from Indiana, doing very well. We have 2 Canadians in the field. Our first, Caleb Campbell. Caleb Campbell, 5th in points, doing really, really well. Patrick Woods-Toth is kind of his driver coach. Patrick Woods-Toth won the F4 championship, won the FR championship. This is kind of his home track. But I want to mention the Kids Help phone. If you're a minor in Canada and you need help of any kind, there's a phone number you can call, and I gave him trouble, but the phone number is actually 686868. So he has the phone number on his car, but it's in the number plate. So if you need any help here in Canada as a minor, Kids Help phone 686868. We absolutely love that Caleb Campbell is running that. He's been running it all season long. But again, if you're watching or you're a fan of the Canadians, here's one of the 2 Canadian drivers doing really well. Kekai Hawanio, who celebrated his birthday just yesterday, picked a weird weekend to go with the American livery here. I have to give him a little bit of a hard time for that. But the Anywhere Transport, all the way from Florida, doing really, really well in the points. Kekai, 2nd in the points, a very, very fast driver. As you can see here, the Crosslink crew is getting him buckled in. Something must have happened here this weekend because the car did not look like that coming off of the truck. So we'll have to find that out on the sticker Hoosiers. Dimitri Nolan, 6th in points, doing very well. Also with Crosslink, with the more Crosslink orange livery that we're used to seeing. Clemente Huerta, all the way from Santiago, Chile, always very, very fast. You can see the cool temperatures today because you can see both the vents are taped up, and everybody has a little bit of a different approach, but it does feel like it's about maybe 60, 65 degrees out here, sunny. I don't know what that translates to Celsius. But Clemente, I know that you love this track. What's your strategy when they drop that green flag?
I just learn a bit more the track, you know. We just did one test on qualifying and then start to pass like always. No?
Start to press like always. Love that. Oliver Savoy, ladies and gentlemen, his first time in F4, and to qualify 3rd, that really shows me something. So watch out for Oliver Savoy, his first time, also at Kiwi Motorsport. But to be in here to qualify 3rd in such a competitive group like this, that's unbelievable. So he's doing very, very well. Then Alex Popoff, 3rd in points, but watch for him, one of our fastest drivers. I need to mention Majestic RV. They've given him some great RVs when he races over in Europe. But from Venezuela, very, very fast, very good driver. I say diver because he's also a free diver. Can hold his breath for like 3 minutes. Then our points leader, and you can see the tape here, Cooper Shipman, very fast driver. Cooper Shipman was recommended to the series by Will Power. So you know that comes with a lot of pressure, but that's pretty big bona fides, as they call it. So it's getting a little bit too loud down here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. We're about 3 minutes on the grid. This is a standing start. I will be in pit lane, but ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this. I'm going to send it up to you, Ralph.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. I'm Ralph Shaheen alongside Landon Matriano-Lim. Welcome to the show, Landon.
Hey, how's it going? It's good morning in the morning.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of open wheel racing to do here with our F4 category. You do a lot of driver coaching, so what are you telling your guys right now?
Right now, it's all about the focus on how do we get started for this race. So the race doesn't begin at the lights. It begins as soon as you pull out of the pits here. How do you start warming your tires? How do you prepare yourself mentally to take those lights as soon as they go out? So it's all about the preparation before the race start right now.
Okay, and what kind of things do you have them working on to get that preparation in the right spot?
It's huge mentality before you even get in the car. So before getting in the car, belted in, it's just all mental preparation, whether that's some people listen to music, some people exercise, whatever it is to get you in the right state before you get in the car. That's what you got to do.
This is a racetrack that will really challenge your courage. A lot of elevations, a lot of full commitment corners, a lot of blind corners. So is that preparation different for a facility like this than it might be, say, at NOLA?
Yeah, it's huge. Like, this is the, I believe they say, the highest average speed track in North America. So it's extremely challenging and not too forgiving either. So there's not that much runoff. Luckily, they've done stuff like pave all the excess road in turn 2 to give you a little bit of room if something happens. But it's still such a tough track being so fast. The faster you go, the more likely you can make a mistake. The faster the mistake happens.
Do you find guys struggling to come to grips with their courage level here?
Yeah, it's definitely very tough, especially like you said, the blind corners. They're fast blind corners. Yeah. Downhill, you just don't know what's coming up. Your reference point is usually, turn 2, you've got the bridge above you. Well, I'm just going to trust the bridge because that doesn't move and I can turn in there every time. So it's hard to find spots like that. But that's what you have to go off of.
And you always have to have a lot of confidence in yourself, and you have to have confidence in your car and your team. But I think that really gets elevated here because the aero is going to really come into play here, and that feeling that car stick. And there's a lot of times around this racetrack where you need to get on the gas now to be quick, but everything about it is telling you no.
It's really hard, especially being right underneath the gearbox of another car. Like, we've got that fast sweeper in turn 3, and that's usually where a lot of incidents happen, just because everyone's so close in there in turn 3. You want to make a move, but you can't quite make a move, and then you have to deal with the air wash. But the thing is, you have to stick right on them in turn 3. That way you can be with them in 4 and 5, so you can actually go for a pass on the back straight.
Yeah.
Because that's your best chance there.
And the back straightaway, named after the great Mario Andretti here, a very long stretch. It's not really just straight. It's got a curve basically through the middle of it.
It does.
A lot of times you would think that's a place where you could maybe catch your breath and relax, recenter yourself, but there's a great passing opportunity coming out onto it and a great passing opportunity at the end of it. So you really can't relax for very long, can you?
No, absolutely not. And since it does have a slight curve in that straightaway, it's very hard to tell whether the guy in front of you or if you're leading and being defensive, if you want to hug that right side or hug left. And it's kind of awkward because since the track curves, sometimes it seems like blocking, sometimes it's not. It's very iffy on the back straightaway, but it also depends on how you want to defend that final corner off the back straight flat out as you turn in. It's extremely high speed, but high risk, high reward.
Yeah. And I guess it depends on the time of the lap when you take a look at that back straightaway. At some points in the race, the entrance onto it would be the most important part of the track. But late in the race, the exit off of that straightaway is going to be the most important part of that track.
Absolutely.
You got to defend it or you've got to attack.
If you've got a good launch coming out of this last corner, we see him going through here, it is really hard to pull all that time back to make a move.
That was through Moss, 5A and B. Now here we are out onto that Andretti straightaway, the back stretch here. CTMP.
It's a very good visual to see the curvature of that back straightaway, as they call it.
Yeah, and the elevation as well.
Absolutely.
You're always climbing or going downhill here, no matter where you are on the racetrack. You're doing something with elevation.
I always love when they put these camera angles in. It makes you see the true speed as they fly by.
Yeah, you will for sure. You see a Corvette pace car out front here. course, with Ron Fellows being part of the ownership group here, you know it's going to be a Corvette pace car.
And it's looking good out there. There's no doubt about it.
Pace car is off, and we're getting ready to go. Cooper Shipman, Alex Popoff, Oliver Savoy, Clemente Huerta, Dimitri Nolan, Kekai Hauanio, Caleb Campbell, and Luke Powers ready to battle it out with the F4 round here at CTMP. Looking for the green. We're underway. Charging off into the first corner. It's going to be Shipman on the inside, Popoff on the outside, and Alex is going to take the lead away. There's your courage right away on the outside there going through one.
Absolutely. It's huge, and it's such a good move to make on the start.
Down the hill, and now we start to climb up again as we head over towards Moss at 5 and 5A. Good battle here. You see the 29. That's Kekai Hauanio. New livery on his race car this week. Popoff already starting to gap Shipman a little bit, too.
There's a huge battle now, and Kekai was coming from the back pack since he wasn't able to qualify yesterday.
Yeah, he started a little deeper in the field than you would normally expect to see him.
He's making great moves, though.
Out on Andretti for the first time in anger. Through the shadows, a lot of shadows here this morning. How tricky is that going to be for guys as they go in and out of the light?
It's definitely something to think about, but not nearly as tragic as, let's see, the tunnels that F1 goes through, that's for sure.
Whoa, off
there's
here.
A huge spin.
Big off. Is that Kekai?
No, that is
Savoy.
the new rookie.
Savoy. Oliver Savoy.
That's that high risk, high reward last corner after the back straight we were just talking about.
Yeah. What a shame. The young Canadian driver getting an opportunity here, and it ends halfway around on the first lap.
Seems to be moving and looks like he's all right. That's good to hear.
Looked like the rear end just broke away on that car, didn't it?
Quite a bit, yeah. Carrying all that speed over there. It doesn't look like he was able to slow much before getting into that wall. But it seems like the rear took all of that impact.
No, I was talking about what got him loose. It looked like the rear end started to swap on him first.
He definitely lost the rear coming into that corner for sure.
Good to see him moving around. Well, while they take care of Oliver, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will come right back to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park for more F4 racing right after this.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Yes. Hon, the weather tech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
What about my car?
WeatherTech.
Hawk Performance packs 100 years of friction dynamics into every product. Backed by Carlisle Brake and Friction, the world's premier innovator of industrial brake and friction components, Hawk leverages R&D tools and motorsports experience to deliver uncompromising performance on the street. There's no reason to settle for less. Choose pads that are race-proven and street-legal. Find the Hawk Performance brake dealer near you at hawkperformance.com.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance. Priced to make your project affordable. And it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
Well, we're under full course caution here. I'm with Taylor with Kiwi Motorsport. Taylor, you're the coach, kind of the person in charge of Oliver Savoy, very fast driver. To qualify third your first time, that's unbelievable. But do you know what happened there at turn 8?
I believe he's just had cold tyres and just went a little bit hot into the corner, and it's just slipped out from underneath him, and he's gone into the walls. We haven't heard from him because we've got no radio comms that fast, so we'll see when the car gets back and talk to him and see what happened.
But you seem confident that you're going to be able to get that car back up and going for your next race.
Yeah, we'll get it back up and going. It's, nothing too big for us, so we'll be fine.
Nice. I love that. See the Kiwis, there's no quit in Kiwi Motorsport. I'm going to walk through, though, because we've got Crosslink down here. Crosslink, they're doing very well. But I don't see Gil anywhere. Gil might be mad if I talk to somebody without his permission. But I do want to talk to MLT with Alex Popoff. So, Alex, you saw me coming to you. Alex Popoff making a great pass on Shipman there. Yeah. Is he saying anything on the radio?
No, he's pretty quiet. Real happy with the car right now, and just trying to manage the tire management, right now, and just try to get to the end of this race. So that's it right now.
These cool temperatures, not only but I notice a lot of tape on all the intake vents. Is that kind of just the strategy, just to kind of get the engine running the proper temperature?
Yeah, it's SOP for everybody because you can't have the engine and gearbox, running too cool because it starts to damage parts. So we got to get those operating temperatures where they need to be, and that's part of the deal. Tape it up.
I'm unfamiliar with SOP. What does that mean?
Standard operating procedures, babe.
See, I should have known that. So that's from MLT down here, currently in the lead. Over the points leader, Cooper Shipman. I'm going to send it back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, Ben, yeah. Standard operating procedure, SOP. That's a pretty good one. Let's talk about those cold tires, Landon. How long does it take to get these Hancooks up to a temp? On a day like today, I think it was 10 Celsius as I was driving out here
today. It is quite cold today.
Which after I got here and was able to do the math, it turns out that's about, 50 degrees Fahrenheit?
Yes, that's correct.
So how long in those kind of temps is it going to take to get these hand hooks right where you want them?
Well, one of the biggest factors to think about is how much did you do on your warm-up lap? On that out lap, how mean were you to those tires? How aggressive were you on them to actually stretch them, get them warm, and get them closer to where they actually need to be? The first lap is always a little bit cautious, but at the same time, it's just hand in hand because you got to be a little bit cautious for your tires, but at the same time, the first lap is the best time to make moves.
As we saw with Alex.
Absolutely.
And that's when the tires were the coldest.
It is.
And he's sticking them on the outside over there going into one. I mean, that was really a gutsy move.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of confidence in that first lap. I think that's part of where you truly see who has the most confidence.
And he had to have a lot of confidence in Cooper Shipman as well, too, to know that if Cooper's going to see me on the outside, he's not going to do anything crazy. I can venture out here, and if I can get my car to stick, he's going to give me some room.
That's the best thing, is being able to trust who you're out there with. Because, I mean, that's absolutely huge. We know motorsport's such a dangerous thing. And to know who you're racing against right next to you, that's always helpful.
Going through what's known as Moss here, 5 and 5A. This was when they originally built the track. This was a big hairpin. And the first race they ran here was, not the first race, but the first big race here was a international sports car race. Sterling Moss came, and he said, you know what you really should do to that section of the racetrack is this. And he laid it out for him. And they changed it, and from that point on, it's been known as Moss. And a lot of people thought that Mosport, the term Mosport, the name of the track, stood for basically Mossport, and that's not the case. Mosport is the proper way to say it, and it stands for motorsport.
Absolutely.
Short version of all that.
And that Moss corner is beautiful. It is a blast to drive. I mean, braking so late because of that first uphill at 5A is just incredible.
It is the Moss section of corners, I would say, is to Canadian Motorsport the way the corkscrew is to U.S. Motorsports.
Absolutely. That's a great equivalent.
Here we go. Coming out onto the front straightaway. They're going to get a good run here now, all the way down to one. So let's see where your tires are and your courage as well. Challenge here for third. K-Kite getting after it again. Well, he's been aggressive, hasn't he?
Absolutely. That's what he has to do at the very beginning, but we'll have to see if his tires last throughout the whole race as we have 18 minutes left still.
Yeah, we got a ways to go.
A couple different lines through three, which is always interesting to see. Some people like to stay a little away from the apex to get on the gas a little bit sooner. Some people like to hug it tight. It's got a little bit of variety through there.
K-Kai stalking, looking inside, got up on the curbing there. He's fighting with Shipman right now. That's a battle for second with Alex Popov starting to stretch out that lead again.
That's the tough part right now, is you want to get the move done early, but at the same time, you don't want to battle too much because the leader can get away so easily during this time. That might be a move for fourth, we see. No, that's still third.
The 29. He's got Huerta pushing him in the 17. That's the orange and black car. And Huerta's dealing with Campbell right behind him. And that's what you were talking about, sticking that nose right up under the wing of the guy in front of you, and he's doing that as they head into one. Look at Campbell pushing. Oh, just couldn't get it done on the exit of one.
It's awesome to see these guys leave just enough room to make it manageable.
That's a very fast corner right through there, coming down that hill.
Absolutely, and it's slightly bumpy if you get off track as well. Just off the line will push those bumps and send you right out.
You can see they paved a lot of area off there to give the guys as much of a chance as they can. But boy, it is not the spot you want to lose control in. Rumos. The battle continues for fourth here with Huerta just in front of Campbell. Out onto Andretti.
Seems everyone's sorted out just a little bit here. I'm curious to see if Shipman is catching Papa on this one.
Yeah, it was 1.3 1.054 the last time across the line. Let's see what it is this time as they head towards the front straightaway. Picked up a couple tenths on him.
This will be fun to see how this battle evolves. Especially as they definitely have their tires all warm now. They can push at their true pace, and there's a little wide from Campbell there.
Yeah, getting off through one there.
It's always a little tricky here. Sometimes the curbs are, decent. You can take them a little bit, and sometimes they just bounce the car wrong, and there it goes.
And you can see the different patches of asphalt as well. Some much fresher than other.
Absolutely. It does come into play massively, especially when you have things like rain.
Yeah.
And you have to play with the different pavements, see how they react to the tires.
Which we did have rain here on Thursday.
Sure did.
But it's been beautiful ever since. Very fall-like conditions up here this weekend, on this Labor Day weekend here. Cool temps, light breeze. Beautiful weather if you've been dealing with the heat down in the States.
Absolutely. I know these cars are absolutely enjoying this weather. There's no doubt about that.
It's nice for the drivers, too, right? You got the suit on and you're all strapped in, but even with that, you're nice and comfortable here today.
The only thing you got to think about is hands getting cold, because surprisingly in these Formula cars, that's the part that ends up getting cold.
Yeah, because your hands are in the wind as you turn that wheel.
Absolutely. They come up just above the front of the car, and it seems to catch all of it. Big breakaway for the first and second.
Popoff had lost another 2 tenths on that last lap, so Cooper is definitely closing. Popoff has had some of the worst luck of the year we've seen out of anybody in the field.
It's very, very tough.
He's been fast everywhere we go, just like he is today. There's been times when he's been way out front, leading comfortably, and mechanical issues or one simple little mistake will just ruin his day.
Absolutely. That's how racing is. It's such a struggle whenever that thing happens out of your control, and it seems like there's quite a big battle for first now.
Yeah, Shipman is all over him as they get on to Andretti, and he is using that arrow to close up even more. Coming up alongside Cooper, Shipman in the 14. Popoff defends at the end of the long straightaway into the S's.
That was a big look for that move, and great job for Alex to hold the inside all the way through.
It's at 0.3 of a second as they cross the line, but it was a lot closer than that down the Andretti straightaway.
Very intrigued to see how this battle plays out. There's still 12 minutes to go.
These guys are getting a lot of laps in here this weekend with 3 races.
It's fantastic.
For
That's
each
what we
of our
want.
open wheel divisions. We'll have FR, Formula Regional Americas, coming up as well today and tomorrow from here at CTMP.
It's interesting seeing the different lines in the Mosport that the front two are taking. As Alex likes to run a little bit wider on the exit, but it seems like Shipman did miss the apex on that last one, so we'll have to see how that one plays out for his move down the back straight.
This is where Shipman was so strong in the last lap.
We still see he's closing in, so that's good to see. We always love a good battle.
Real close through there. You can see his entry into that last corner. It's pretty good for Shipman, but Alex got out of it well. They hold at a gap of about 0.3. Charging down the hill through 3.
He's definitely not let him get away. Shipman's right on his tail all through the fast sections. Now we've got to see how this truly plays out. This is the best move to make going down the back straightaway. You've got to draft if you get a good exit coming out of Mosport.
Yeah, this is right where Shipman wants to be. You can see he's right on him again. Closing up, using the air. Will he make a difference this time? Here he goes, swinging out wide again.
Still
on the outside.
The same move.
Can he get him this time? Yes. Cooper Shipman puts the number 14 back into the lead here at CTMP.
That was a big move, and that's the way to get it done around that final corner off the back straight.
10 minutes remaining in this one, and Shipman is back out in front.
Seems like we've also got a battle going on behind in third and fourth as well. I'm curious to see how that will turn out.
Yeah, that's Jaramillo and Huerta fighting over third.
Good pair in first and second and third and fourth we're going through.
Here's a look at that pass on the outside. You can see some of the dust kicking up as he went out there too, highlighting the lack of traction out there, and he still pulled it off.
Absolutely. It's such a good move to make here at Mosport. All the way out there in the dust. Not quite in the rubble, so still able to make that move stick. And it seems like Shipman's pulled quite a gap now. And then on the other side, it seems we've got a closing in on third and fourth. I'm curious to see how first and second are going to settle into their pace now without pressure from both behind and pushing forward. But Kekai Jaramillo and Clemente Huerta are getting together.
As you size up this field of young drivers, who if you win this championship, you get basically a full ride Formula Regional Americas. What do you see out of this group of young, talented racers as a driver coach?
It's always what's the next step? What's something you can improve on? There's always something to improve on. And if not, it's, okay, what's my goal? So for this series, having that big scholarship for F4 Americas, that is the next step that a driver's looking for. They're going into the F4 U.S. for the potential funding into F4 Americas. That's the big goal. You're always looking for a step up as a driver. So whether it's into the next ladder of formula racing, or you move to sports cars prototypes, it's always, how can I get better within myself, and how can I put myself on a bigger stage?
So we watch Jaramillo here fighting with Huerta. Jaramillo in the red, white, and blue, and Huerta running the orange and black.
Let's see if that draft comes into play this time.
Yeah, Huerta
like
getting right up underneath him here. See what Clemente can do. And then Campbell back here.
I believe they're side by side going into the final corner, and they are.
But looks like Kekai's going to hang on, but not by much.
So it seems everyone's staying in order this lap. Turn 2 is such a hard corner to follow closely behind.
Popoff has lost a little ground, and Kekai swinging a little wide there, didn't he?
Great recovery there, but we'll have to see how it acts out, because if he keeps going wide and getting stuff on his tires, that makes it so much harder to just be where you want to be.
Yeah. Of course, if you're new to the series, everybody running on the Hankook tires. Moss out onto Andretti.
This is the time to make a move. All the way down the back straight, you just have to choose. Do you want to be more defensive and take the inside, or more defensive and take the outside? Both have their perks, that's for sure.
I'm not sure Huerta's close enough this time to make anything happen, but he's closing in rapidly. Maybe.
Not quite, but he's there. He's got his presence. He's putting himself in Kekai's mirrors, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Trying to force a mistake here. Out onto the front straightaway.
That constant pressure is hard to deal with as a driver. You got to figure out, okay, do I just keep my eyes forward, keep my head down, or do I need to be aware and just drive somewhat accordingly?
And that's a great look right there as to how unforgiving Canadian Tire Motorsport Park is as they went through one. You can see them using up all the racetrack. That big white gleaming wall is right there.
It really is, and it comes up on you fast here at this track.
And that is not a safer barrier. That is a concrete wall.
Absolutely. Everything comes up here fast. I heard someone call it the North American Nürburgring. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a real good way of describing it as well. It is one of the more picturesque racetracks you'll find anywhere in North America, and we have some beautiful ones, such as Road America and Laguna Seca, Lime Rock. Here's that battle. And look at this. Huerta on the inside, really pushing Joao. Keikai fighting back. Wow, that was some of the best defensive driving we've seen all day.
Absolutely. Sticking around the outside no matter what. Takes the inside for the next corner, and he's able to keep it settled.
No time to rest because now you're back into one, and there's that wall again. Boy, this place can be tough on your nerves.
Absolutely, but it makes it so much more rewarding whenever you actually put it all together. There's no doubt about that. It is just beautiful when you put a genuine lap down. It seems like Shipman's still got some crazy pace out there running.
Yeah, he's almost 3 seconds now in front of Alex, but that shows you still how fast Alex is going, because these two, who are battling very hard for third, are easily 4 or 5 seconds behind Alex.
Absolutely. That's that hard battling that
There's
takes
Alex
place.
right there.
It's a great shot being able to see the top five.
That fight for third. And they've only got 3.5 minutes basically left to go in this one. So we're down the last couple of laps. Here we go, inside Huerta. Out on Andretti. Couldn't get it done there.
Keikai's making work of that outside line. Sticking it around all the way through.
Huerta's going to have to find somewhere else where Keikai's not expecting it.
Absolutely. It's just so hard with so much high-speed areas. And we're not on the brakes for a long time in these Formula cars. So the shorter brake time, the harder it is to actually make a pass and get it settled.
As we talked about, these guys are going to have to do this again today and then again tomorrow. We talked at the beginning of the show about how much you have to work to get yourself mentally up and ready to do this. Now you're fighting at the highest level, 10-10s all race long for these guys. Some of them, like Keikai, have he made a mistake there, and that
very
opens the
wide
door.
for Keikai.
Now let's see what Huerta can do.
Keikai, he wants to go. Stay right.
It's the best opportunity he's had all race long. Here he comes, right alongside, out on Andretti. Can he get it done this time? Clemente Huerta clears him, and Keikai Joao can't defend that time.
It's a very punishing corner. You end up running a little bit wide or just not getting proper rotation, and it ends up getting you on that entire straightaway.
Slowest part of the racetrack.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Keikai again gets wide on the front straightaway here. Dirties those tires up even more. Wonder if he's losing some grip on those tires.
It's hard to bring yourself back from that, especially, you're in the mentality of don't let the guy in front of you get away. But at the same time, it's just your driving that matters.
Yeah. I mean, he lost a couple seconds there. Look at that. But I was getting to, just before that great pass there by Huerta, as a driver coach, when your guys come back in, you've got to now calm them down, get that heart rate down, and then a little bit later on today, you got to get it all back up again.
Yes, absolutely. It's so difficult being able to hop in and out. But luckily, it seems like their safety car period wasn't too long for this go-around. And that's something to take into account mentally as well, because all of a sudden you've got all this adrenaline going, you're racing, you're started, everything's going crazy, and then, oh, I'm hanging out behind the safety car.
Yeah.
So then you have to prepare yourself again to get ready for this race to start. So that's always something to take into account. It is a 50% mentality sport, at least. It seems like there's a white flag across the start-finish line.
Yep. Inside of a minute to go. Last lap here for Cooper Shipman, who has done a tremendous job. Started up on the front row, fell back to second with a bold move by Alex Popoff. Then Shipman fought hard to catch him and get around him. Completed that pass, and now he's opened up almost a 4-second lead over this man, Alex Popoff.
These two have both done absolutely fantastic to stay up front, get their own space, and not let the guys behind challenge.
So as a driver coach, what are you telling Popoff after this one? You were very fast. You did almost everything right. Almost.
Absolutely. That's when you have to look at all the video and see where you could have gone just a little bit. Why was he able to make that move initially? You know, what could we do better on the start? Were our tires not warm enough? Was our launch not proper? You'd have to look at every little piece and just chip away at the little things, because that's what you need when you're fighting at the front, is you're just looking at those little tiny things.
And it's obvious it's really little things that made the difference here today. Cooper Shipman out onto the front straightaway, looking for the checkered flag. There it is. Cooper Shipman takes round 11 for the F4 U.S. Championship here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. An impressive run by Cooper Shipman. Alex Popoff will hold on for second. Clemente Huerta will take third. Kekai Hawanio fourth. And what was a tight battle there. Caleb Campbell gets fifth. Dimitri Nolan sixth. Luke Powers will take seventh. And Oliver Savoy, unfortunately, with a very rough run, crashing out on the opening lap. After qualifying, third? I think it was. There's the look. Shipman, Popoff, and Huerta going to the podium. Well, what'd you think?
It's a good race. And like you see, it's a big time of making those moves at the very beginning. And that's where a lot of it turns out. And then you got to be very careful as your tires. Oh, and here we go for the replay.
This is how it got started. That's where Popoff made his big move. That was Kekai battling here. Shipman getting around Popoff.
Big move for the lead.
Sure was. Then a great battle here with Huerta and Kekai. Went on for multiple laps. Eventually, Kekai making a mistake coming out of Moss, and it opened the door here for Huerta to get it done on Andretti. And the checker flag goes to Cooper Shipman. They're back on pit lane, headed towards the podium. Ben will be there in a moment.
I'm very curious to see what the drivers will have for feedback after this race. How are the tires? How do they end up going throughout the race? And just how did everything act?
Yeah.
And there's Cooper Shipman rolling up to the first.
Kiwi Motorsport entry, taking the win. Attaches the steering wheel, crawls out and up through the roll hoop.
There we go, a big celebration.
The weekend, their first
out of the halo and onto the podium goes Cooper Shipman, and that's where you're going to find Ben Sissel.
Practice and qualifying will run through those.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, down here at Victory Circle for our first F4 race, I believe this is 5 in a row for Cooper Shipman. Unbelievable, our points leader. You can see Next Gen on the side of his car as he takes the Hans off, takes the helmet off. Another win for Kiwi Motorsport. So Cooper Shipman, how does that feel to win on such a challenging track? And you really had to fight for it this time.
Yeah, I wasn't getting the start that I wanted from the pole, losing the lead early on, but just kept my head down and took my time and eventually made the pass for the lead and was able to manage it from there and was able to come away with another win.
Congratulations out there. Great win, great race. Let's come talk to Alex Popoff because he also had a great race, great start. Alex, how was it for you out there?
That was a fun race, really challenging. This track is really hard, really physical. Great job by Cooper. Got the move done and then pulled away. But, yeah, hopefully we can get a little bit more out of the car. I can do a little bit better and go for the win in race 2.
Nice. Alex Popoff, and then Clemente Huerta all the way from Santiago, Chile. And almost all the comments were Vamos Clemi. So say something to our Spanish-speaking fans out there.
In Spanish? Hola mi gente, estamos en tercer lugar, tranquilito que si viene para más, hicimos la pole parece, así que largamos primero después de la carrera 2. Nos vemos.
Now how about in English?
Nada, just calm down, it's just the beginning of the weekend, let's go for more.
Let's go for more, he says. Well, I'm going to send it back up to the booth, and then we're going to come back here for Eric Whitnable with the Victory Circle.
Okay, Ben. Yeah, Vamos Clemente, he was awful fast today. And he talked about it too. First race of the weekend, yeah, this is all good, but now we got to get back down. We got to relax. We got to think about this so we can improve for races 2 and 3.
Absolutely. It's something you have to think about as soon as you get out of the car, when it's fresh in your mind and you can actually think about it and get it down. It's always good to relay that information to the team as soon as they can. Clemente with his flag, as always, on the podium.
Oh, yeah. Great to see that national pride. A lot of family and friends here today.
It's great to see so much support from around the world, truly.
It is a true international series, isn't it?
Absolutely. So many people come around from all over to compete here in the U.S., and it's really good. So I'm very intrigued to see if they're going for the Indy route.
Yeah. You know, what do you hear when you talk to a lot of these young drivers as you're coaching with them and chatting with them in the paddock? Do you see most of them intrigued by IndyCar? Are they still thinking Formula One, or are they contemplating IMSA, or what?
So some of the biggest things are IndyCar and IMSA now. So that's what these formula-oriented guys, and they're stuck on the formula route. They want to go to Indy now. So that's what they're looking at. And then there's other guys that are more open-minded and, you know, seeing what else is out there and trying a GT car or a prototype, and they're like, you know what, this route's fun too. So some of them will try to go for that IMSA route as well.
Yeah. Hey, racing's racing, right? It's all fun.
Absolutely. If you're going to be in a race car, it's a good time.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come right back to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Stay with us.
Architecture is about everything. We change the environment. We are changing how people live in the environment today. So we basically put our fingerprint on the future of what the United States looks like. My overall business philosophy is that I'm engaged with my company from top to bottom, and I think the racing world and helping out the next generation and younger drivers is a passion of mine, and it's getting stronger and stronger every year. With that, that's why I want to be involved.
Yeah, nice job, I think, but we could finally pass him. Good defense about in turn, but we did it, and then I escaped and tried to catch up on Alex, but he was far away. So, but that just saved for the other races.
This is your 5th time being on the podium with us. Let's have you take 3rd place. Let's hear it for Clemente Huerta. All right, our 2nd place is from Miami, Florida, representing MLT Motorsports. Let's hear it. Alex Popov. Alex, you got him at the start. You got him at the start. Talk about trying to reel him back in after he got you a little later.
Yeah, our start was really good. We finally had a good start. Been trying to work on those a little bit. We struggled there in that area, but yeah, both starts were really good. managed to pull away a little bit, but he just had a little bit more pace this race, and yeah, that's how it goes.
The couple passes were going on, great racecraft going on. Talk about the first time he tried to pass you.
Yeah, no, it's really hard to pass around here. It's a lot of draft and really high-speed corner, so you kind of have to send it around the outside, and he went around the outside in 8, didn't get it done, but then he managed to get it on the next one with a better run. Yep. Cleared me.
Anybody you'd like to thank before we talk?
Dr. Mike, Eric, Tom, Zach, Dalton. It's my dad, my mom. I mean, everyone, the whole MLT crew, everyone who supports me. It's been a long journey.
Excellent. Again, let's hear it for Alex Popov. And now our winner from the pole from Austin, Texas, it's Cooper Shipman. Cooper? All right, he got you on the start. What happened there?
Yeah, I just didn't get the jump off the line that I wanted, and he was able to roll it around the outside of turn 1. But, I just stayed patient, stayed calm, and just made sure I timed my run to where I could get him down the back straight. And then once I got to the lead, I knew as long as I was maximizing my exit out of 6 that I could control the race from there and was able to come away with the win. Excellent.
And I'll ask you, anybody you'd like to thank for standing on top of the podium.
Yeah, both of my parents, Kiwi Motorsports, Tina and Gary, and everybody at Kiwi for just putting an awesome car underneath me and making sure I could come away with another win.
All right, take it up on the top step. That's Cooper Shipman. That's his 5th win of the season. We'll let Gavin get the guys with their trophies. Go ahead and handle your trophies there. And there we go. Gavin's out there. Take a look at Gavin in the 187. We are thankful for Ligier. Ligier is building these wonderful chassis for us. We're going to switch to Hankook. Hankook, obviously you see on the tires, helping these racers perform on the racetrack. Again, this was round 11. We're going to do some more, and I know we have a autograph session. What time was that? 12:30. So come on all down to the autograph session, and we'll get one more photo out here for Gavin. We're good? They had the Ligier, just 2. We're good? But I'm going to get out of the way because they've got some spark to celebrate and try to get anybody else wet as well. So if you typically get wet, you might want to run. All right, we've got round 12 later this afternoon, and we will see you back here at the podium. Back to you guys in the booth.